Time to add transitions and animations to your content videos. To begin with, start with clicking on the Transition tab on top of the screen. As you can see, there is a range of transitions that you can choose from. Simply choose one that you wish to put on your slides. Let's go with the Push option. Now, if you go to the Effect options, it gives you an additional effect to the Push option. You can set the direction of the effect from bottom, left, right, and top. What's more, you can allocate the time taken for the effect to be applied. You can set it to appear slower or faster than the default 1-second timing. Just change the duration and click on the effect to see it in action. Should you find the effect suitable to your content, simply click Apply to All, and the same effect will be applied to all the slides. That sums up the creation of transitions to your slides. Now it's time to add animations to your text. First of all, click on the text box. Next, look for the Animation tab on top, and a set of animation will be shown. Pick any animation that you would like to use for your text, for example, fly-in. Similarly, the Effect option is available if you want to change the direction of the animation. In addition to that, click on the Animation pane. If you have more than one animation in a slide, you need to arrange the sequence to show which comes first, second, and so on. For example, you would want the first animation to start with Previous, meaning the text will appear automatically after the whole slide emerges. You can set its individual timing and delay if you want to. Let's add another text animation. Choose an animation for the next text box and watch how the right pane adds its sequence at second. Finally, set it to Start after Previous. This will allow it to appear automatically after the first appearance. That is how you add transitions and animations to your PowerPoint slides. For this section, I'll show you how to set your PowerPoint slides to a high-definition landscape mode. Click the Design tab. From there, click on Page Setup, and a window box will pop up. Click the drop-down button for and choose On-Screen Show 16:9 option. Make sure that the slide orientation is set to Landscape. That's it. This will ensure that your video will be saved at its best resolution for your content. So make sure you set this setting first before you start filling your slides with content. Next, you'll learn how to add transitions and animations to your slides. Continuing where we left off, I am going to show you how to remove background noises from your video. All you need to do is click the Audio Effects option. Over here, you have some audio effects that you can choose from to manipulate your audio. To remove the background noises, just choose the Noise Removal option. Drag and drop the effects to your audio. As you can see, the effect is being automatically applied to your audio. Neat, right? That's all there is to it for the removal of background noises. In the next module, I'll show you how to apply transitions to your video. Finally, it's time to render your video into a proper high-definition and readable video format. All you need to do is click Share and choose the Local File option. In the pop-up box, click the Custom Production Settings. I want you to focus only on these two options. It is the MP4 only for 720 pixels and the MP4 only for 1080 pixels. A high-definition content recording is a must for all kinds of videos you want to create. That is why these two are the best options out there. For this tutorial, I'm going with MP4 only for 720 pixels. Moving forward, label your production or project name. Don't forget to choose the destination folder on where you want to save it. Then click Finish. As you can see, a progress bar showed up. Wait for it to finish rendering and you will be notified that your production is complete. Click on Open Production Folder to look up on your video. There you have it. You've successfully recorded an on-screen content video and rendered it to MP4. Your content is now ready to be uploaded and shared across multiple platforms. In this module, I will be showing you how to create your awesome content using Camtasia Studio. This will include editing, removing noises, creating transitions, and rendering your videos. Let's get started. Click Camtasia to run the program. To start, click Record on the top right screen, and a frame of what you want to record will pop up. This middle pointer allows you to adjust the position of the frame. What I want you to focus on is this box below it. Under the Select Area side, you have the option to do a full screen or a custom recording. Custom recording lets you choose your desired dimensions. On the right side is the recording inputs. Over here, you can choose to turn on your camera while recording and also audio. Beside it is where you can adjust the volume of your audio. So make sure to adjust everything that I've mentioned before you start recording. You can do so by clicking the Rec button to record. Say, for example, you want to record this notepad. You need to make sure that it fits the frame. Anything outside of the frame won't be recorded. In the next module, I'll teach you how to edit your recorded video. To start adding transitions to your video, all you need to do is click the Transitions option. If you scroll down, you can see that Camtasia has a variety of transitions available for you to choose from. You can hover your mouse over it to see a short preview of each transition. Let's go with Fade. Drag the transition, and before you add it to the video, you can see that you can put it either at the beginning or at the ending of your video. For now, let's choose the beginning. Once you've done that, preview the transition. See how your video fades in from the beginning? But if you want to make the transition fade in longer, all you need to do is extend the transition like this. Now, as you can see, the extension allows the transition to appear longer and slower. Next, let us try putting another transition at the end of the video. Drag the fade through black transition and drop it at the end. Using the same technique, you can choose to extend the transition by dragging it within your video. Don't forget to preview it to see if it is to your liking. That concludes adding transitions to your video. For this part, I will show you how to edit your video. This includes splitting and cutting videos. Additionally, you will learn how to separate the audio from its video and adding new audio for the video. Let's get to it. Click Import Media and choose the recording that you've done previously with Camtasia. As you can see, that recording will be put in your media bin. To begin, just drag and drop the video to the timeline below. Most of your editing process will be done here in the timeline. You can click Play to preview the recorded video. Before we begin editing, I would suggest you magnify the track by adjusting the magnifying bar here. You can also adjust the track height if you want a bigger view of your track. Moving on, say for example you want to cut the first part of the video. To do so, you need to split your video. Simply drag the tracker to the part where you want to split it, then click the Split option on top. As you can see, you just separated the first part of the video from the main video. To remove it, all you have to do is highlight on the split part and click Cut. There you have it. Now I'll show you how to separate the audio from its video while adding a new audio to your track. Right-click the video and choose Separate Audio and Video option. The newly appeared track you see here is actually the separated audio from your video. To remove it, just click on the track and cut it. With that, you've successfully removed the audio from its original video. Now it's time to add a new audio to your video. Click on this plus icon and choose Import Media. Then from the pop-up box, choose the audio you want to use. Drag and drop the audio into the timeline and you are done. How to convert to PDF and password protect your ebook. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through the steps in converting your Word document to PDF, as well as password protecting your completed ebook. The first step is to head to the top of your document and click on File. Then there will be a number of options for you to choose from. Select Export. When you have clicked on Export, you will then have two options, which is Create PDF XPS Document and Change File Type. Select Create PDF XPS Document. A window will pop up once you have clicked on the selection. This window will enable you to select where you want to save your exported file. To make it easier for you to search for your file, I recommend you save it on your desktop. The next step is to password protect your ebook. You can see on the right-hand side of the pop-up window there is an Options button. Click on it and a small pop-up window will appear. Under PDF Options, tick on the box that says Encrypt the document with a password. Then click OK. A window will pop up asking you for your password. Type in your preferred password and re-enter your password. When you are done, click OK. Then proceed to click Publish. Your document is now saved in PDF version and is secured. I recommend that you cross-check your saved document. When you open your document, a password will be required before you can view the content. When you have typed in your password correctly, you can then access your document and its full content.